What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the September 2011 Deck Showcase. For this episode, we've got another guest again this time, and joining me today with the, as you can see, ninth iteration of his deck is Janky.
Hello guys, I'm Janky.
So, would you prefer Yankee or Janky? Cause,
It doesn't matter. I can't even pronounce my own name, so it's fine. I
okay,
always say it like Yankee, but it's Yankee, I
okay.
guess.
I know how Tyler pronounces it, so. Anyway, so today you're gonna join me to talk about the Catsith Chaos Control deck you popularized, since you're not the only one that had some success with it, and you actually managed to get top four at the last Tangomania 5 and get yourself a nice qualifier spot for Worlds. So that means you're gonna have a pretty chill season, I would think. Anyway, Chaos is a deck that a lot of people call pretty mid, especially like the Piper and Dimmark builds. So maybe when you explain the deck, you could go over why what this deck has or what this deck can do, which the other Chaos builds are severely lacking. Because for Chaos monsters should be a great tool in this format, but um, before you picking up cats at cows or unicorn control. I don't know how we are calling this. I think cats at cows control is has been the popular name in the last couple of tournaments. Uh, so yeah, what lets you pick this one up? Since I saw back in the day, I saw a lot of unicorn builds, but they didn't go into that cows roads necessarily.
Yeah, so I started playing this deck actually in like 2011, 2012. It was slightly after like September 11, I guess. And the build I had was like really bad. And I started adapting. I played Wind Up Kitten when Generation Force and I mean the next set came out and everything. And I wanted to play like a cat deck, so it was just like a meme. I didn't try to win. I guess I tried to win, but it wasn't really viable. And then when I picked it up now, when I started playing again, I really wanted to make it as viable as possible, which meant cutting all the fat. I like this. The first interaction with this card is playing Lock Cat, which for people who don't know about Lock Cat, it summons a level 1 beast from the graveyard. So the interaction is you summon Lock Cat and you grab Catsith, and then you sink into Fable Unicorn. And the problem with that build is that it's very like reliant on getting the Catsif to the grave, and it doesn't have many strong plays because if you make Fabled Unicorn, you can't really do anything once your opponent have more cards or less cards. And I guess that's I've been working towards this chaos build because I realized the point of the deck isn't really Unicorn, it's the chaos engine. And then Unicorn is just a nice thing you can do to like surprise your opponent. And that's why I have 9 versions. Like the this isn't even like the first versions, but you see I played Dark Bug instead of Catsif, which the thing with Dark Bug is it's a very like you don't want to play it early game because you're not gonna get Kushana to the grave, and if you get Kushana to the grave, you're most likely gonna have Tour Guide already since you can summon Tour Guide with Kushana. So I guess the interaction with like Lockhat or Dark Bug it doesn't really work out as good as I was hoping. So I've been moving away from that and just focus on the Chaos Orc and the Thunder King Ryo, which Thunder King Ryo is a very, very good card in this format. So like my main strategy is basically either summon Tour Guide to get Kushana to grave, or summon Ryo and just try to protect it with my traps. So I think like these are the best light and dark monsters in the format, and then Chaos Orc is extremely strong, and Envoy of the Beginning obviously even stronger. So that's my thought process, like why I chose to go for Chaos instead of just like Unicorn, Catsif, whatever weird stuff. And the reason why I think this build is a lot stronger than, for example, Piper Chaos is because when you play Piper, you can't play any traps at all, basically. And then you're gonna lose to a lot of like tricky situations, and if you don't draw your engine, you're gonna be screwed. Well, even if I lose with this deck, when I don't draw Torga, I don't draw Ryu, like if I don't have any darks, I can still stall for a very long time using Wing Blast or Scapegoat or my traps. So I think that's like the main reason why I see a lot of success with this build, because it's very versatile. I don't have to rely on one strategy. I can either pivot into chaos, or I can just stall and then drop a unicorn or summon a Ryo or drop a Gorse or something. So yeah.
You're moving away from Dark Bug. Is such a shame because I know that created a lot of hype stream moments, but I can see it. I mean, Thunder King and Turgot are objectively the best cards
Yeah.
to play in
like
Chaos.
like one thing that people might identify is that I play basically five dark monsters, and then I have three chaos orcs, and that was the reason why I started playing Dark Bug at first, because I wanted to make my chaos orc live, and that's why I need more darks. But I realized, like, if you have chaos orc, either you have like one chaos orc and you can just wait, or if you have multiple chaos orcs and no tour guide, at worst you can just discard one of the chaos orcs with one of your hand traps, and then you can like start pushing with Zork or whatever. So like worst case you can just wait it out, or like push, like discard a chaos orc, and then it's worth like as much to dark bug, because if you have to discard it from the hand, it doesn't matter if it's a dark bug or a chaos orc or a spirit reaper, like you're just gonna discard it anyway. And most of the time I don't really struggle with the dark count. As soon as I get chaos orc into the like on the field, I can just start replacing itself. So you can make a lot of plays like using Chaos Orc and the level 1 tuners, and then you make Arcanite or Vyvern, which is a very strong card. It can surprise opponents like even now, which is I didn't expect to win so much with Wyvern, but it's a very strong play. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Wyvern is a great card. That's for sure. I mean, the light cats being a light tuner, especially with the Chaos Dog, I can see that. I know it's some a card that, especially a favorite card, no one had. No one thought about being relevant in any shape or form. Also, what I like about this deck is you're running free tour guides for free fiend targets, so every tour guide should be live all the time. Um, do you want to go over some specific tags, maybe your side deck, any
Yeah,
changes you
yeah,
would make?
for sure. Like this is a new iteration playing two Kushanos, which like in the earlier versions I played two Kushanos with Dark Bug, but I realized I've been testing a lot of different like builds, playing Cerebral for example, which is a it has synergy with Chaos Orc because you can make Stardust and you can discard it and like summon Ryo, make Bryonac or whatever. But I realized that I really want Kushano in the grave, and if I have to discard it or synchro with Scapegoat or something, it's a very good, because once you pop like discard Catsith for Kushano, you +1, which is the like main goal, to just start grinding advantages and then either summon Unicorn or just kill your opponent. And that's why I'm trying out two Kushanas now, and also like the Karma Cut, because I realized there's no reason to just play free hand trap, discard traps, because obviously I think Wing Blast is the best discard trap in this format, since even though Raigeki Break could be stronger, most of the time it's very strong to just either return like Synchro, Stardust, Sketchy, or whatever, but also just being able to return their trap card in the end phase, and then they're set back one turn. But I think Karma Cut is going to work out great, and it's also like you can banish against Dragoonity or Agently can make a lot of good plays with it. So that's why I'm trying these out. And like Lance, the reason why I play Lance is two reasons mainly. The first reason is that I'm a very, I guess I want all the information. So sometimes I play too passively if I'm afraid that the opponent have a lot of like responses to my cards. But once I have lands in hand, I can freely summon Ryo or Chaos Orc without overthinking what happens if they play bottomless or whatever. And also, it's very good against scraps, against TG, against heroes. So I think it's a felt like a good card against most of the stun decks. And also, it's better than MST against agents because it's probably not going to be as dead at least. And side deck, I'm not really that good at siding. I think I have noblemans against like X-Saber and mainly Gravekeepers, obviously, and the space typhoons. I think I should have free spaces, but I go for a lance instead. Since even if I face Gravekeepers or TGs, lance is better against TGs, I would say. And then I have free wing blast, so I can deal with a lot of back row, like either way. So I usually don't have space to put in like free typhoons and everything. And then triple maxi because it's just so good against plants or like Karakuri or whatever. And then I've been trying to play Electric Virus and Puppet Plant, but I can't say I've tried them enough. I'm still like wondering what to play exactly in the side deck. And then one choice in the extra deck, like I'm playing Steelstorm Roach, and I usually don't make level fours, I mean rank fours, like ever. But if I make them, I think having access to a dark monster could be like important since I play Zork. And like if I'm gonna convert a Ryo into rank four, it's most likely gonna be for the dark or for being able to negate multiple summons or something against agents. So I think this spot doesn't really matter, but if I make a rank 4, I think Roach is going to be it. So I guess that's. I'm not sure if there's any. Yeah, I started playing two Veilers because it can clog your hand when you have a lot of like level 1 cards that you can't really do anything with. So that's it, I guess.
All right. Thanks for your takes on the deck. As you can see, in past tournaments, Janky had a lot of success with it, winning multiples, but also, uh, like I already mentioned, getting top four in the Tengu Mania event. How was the Swiss record, by the way?
I think I went 4-2 in Swiss. I lost against Dragunities and Heroes, Brime and the Psychon. So I lost against the two second place and first places.
Yeah. Psychon, someone we're going to see in a future episode, by the way, with this Unity build, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, this episode today is not about Dragunities or Psychon, this is about you and the Catsith deck. Uh, so we will now look for a game and we will see how the deck works in action.
Sounds good.
Hmm.
Are you recording? So
Okay,
let's hope I win rock paper scissors.
we were winning RPS. Janky playing against Lord Voldemort, since I can't pronounce his real name since I don't want to get demonetized. Uh, Jokes on YouTube, I'm not even getting monetized, but you never know. He's
This is a very
yeah.
good hand, I think.
So we have
Maybe I
two
should just
to Sanga.
do this because like he might have Ryo and like MST, but if it doesn't have MST Ryo, it's very strong. And I have the backup with Book of Moon Scapegoat and then Envoy.
Rhoda. So what could that be? Question mark. Oh,
Looks like
what a
heroes.
surprise!
Oh, I wonder. Okay,
So
duality.
Lord Voldemort playing the deck he probably topped last time with. Not sure which Tangomania it was. I think it was free.
Okay,
I,
Ryo. That's unfortunate because I'm gonna have to wing blast it, and I don't really wanna. Hmm. Maybe actually, I think the best play here is to pitch the scapegoat and send it back because then I can synchro with Catsith. He's gonna draw a Ryo, so he can't like do anything with Gemini Spark. And if he has a trap, worst case, I could just drop Envoy. Okay, this one. Lance is also very good here. So I just summon the Catsith.
Also getting light and dark and grave potentially with it.
Yeah. So it's very like I'm gonna have 4 cards with Unicorn too. So unless he has warning, he can't really do anything about this. I have lands too. So I think I'm gonna take a tour guy just to be safe. Okay, so he has Spore Spark and he's gonna draw Ryo. But I have lands. I think I'm just gonna like take it slow. I'm not in a rush. Considering he can't like do anything here.
Unicorn actually coming up with 4 cards immediately is hilarious.
Yeah, the unicorn plays. And then think I might have MST. I'm just gonna set lands because it's so good against Spark, obviously. And worst case, like I have a envoy at the beginning. Very good.
So there is an
And
alias.
the thing is, if he has Spark in hand, he can't play it now, so he's gonna have to like set a card. And he has a Ryo, so I'm not sure. He has a Ryo and a Stratos. So unless he has another back row, he can't do much.
How often do people misplay against the unicorn?
Too often. It's kind of like it's so annoying because I don't want to win when people misplay against the unicorn. Uh, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, now I have a really strong situation because what I could do here, since I have lands, is if I summon the Ryo, and I can just actually I'm gonna summon the tour guide. I think save the Ryo because if I summon the tour guide and it doesn't spark me, I just drop in envoy and then I win because I'm gonna be solid. And I can chain Book of Moon worst case if something weird happens to match the hand size. Since I know he doesn't have any hand traps. Yeah, so now I basically unless he has a respawn here, I'm basically winning.
You're having a lot of fun. That's what I'm hearing right
Yeah,
now.
like the thing with Unicorn is that you it even negates Super Poly as long as we have the same cards in hand. But I can't really play around both Super Polys. I'm not gonna try since
Oh,
he discards a card.
since you
I could
don't have
set my book
direct,
and then Spectre summon the envoy like he has a spark on Unicorn, and I'm just gonna chain lands on Unicorn.
then such a devastating card against heroes. Probably one of the reasons you main deck it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like heroes and also TG, like every deck with Horn. Okay, so I think we're gonna match hand sizes if we do that. I might just chain book on.
Hero Blast doesn't target.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Oh, I mean it targets the hero engrave, but I mean
Yeah, for
the
sure. But
destruction.
yeah.
Mm.
Or how does it?
He has two.
Yeah,
Doesn't he have?
yeah.
Ah,
You.
yeah, true.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. Because I think you're gonna pick and then.
no, I don't think it does, since the card needs to fully resolve, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a weird
I'm not.
situation. I'm pretty sure like Hero Blast gets activated, and now you both don't match the same hand size.
Yeah, but because it's first it adds and then. But
Yeah,
it's in the
but that
same
in that
chain, so yeah. I think
yeah, it goes through.
yeah. Then I'll go for 3 cards.
Couldn't you have changed the book to match the hand size?
Yeah, I could, but the thing is, I'm not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could just go for it, but I'm not gonna do that considering he only has like an Ryo Alius. He doesn't have anything really. So I think the safest way is just to attack with both and then set my book. Because now with his hand, if he has a monster, he's gonna have to summon it, and then he can't play a spell or a trap. He can't really. He could summon Stratos, but then he can spark me. So I think I'm fine, like no matter what. Unless he has like Dark Hole, and then I still have Envoy and Ryo and a book.
As you can see, Unicorn is requires to do some galaxy brain mathematics. So yeah, Strider's getting
Yeah,
summoned.
precisely. The only problem now is if he doesn't set a card, I can't match hand size. So if that's a good card, I might get punished. But I still have Envoy and Ryo, so I think it's fine. Considering he has two Alius and one Ryo on hand. That's a lot of monsters. Oh, Super Poly.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. But that's still fine considering I have the question now, because he might have a trap. So I think I'm just gonna take the attack. I have Envoy, so I'm gonna win if I take the attack and attack with Envoy. Okay, he doesn't have a trap. So he could have Honest, but I doubt it. So I'm just gonna go for the play. I usually banish Sangans. I have like Unicorn. I mean Levier plays. Could have Honest. It's gonna be unfortunate. Yeah, okay, so he had Honest. No, he didn't. Okay, yeah. So Super Power is
Yeah.
actually like kind of annoying to deal with sometimes. I'm gonna try out Puppet Plant now, I think. I haven't tried it like as much. Raikou is also very good against heroes, and
By the way, wouldn't it be a case to activate the book to play around in some Thunder King?
yeah, I could have done that. But the thing was that I like if he well actually yeah he couldn't have any other cards, so that would have been the play. I was thinking too much about like if he has Honest, I can still like recover. But yeah, that would have been the safest option.
I mean, you got scared for a moment, like Lord
Yeah,
Voldemort.
yeah.
Lord Voldemort is a troll.
Yeah, he baited me. I was like, oh no, what do I do? Yes, I take out the Veilers. Ryo, it's decent against heroes, but if you're going second, I don't like it that much. So I might take it out for MSTs. Maybe Lance. I think this is fine. Yeah.
We don't want to cite the Nox against hero.
Uh,
I'm just joking. Don't do that. Don't do that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I'm just thinking if I want to play the second MST for something, but I can't
Not
come up
sure
with
if
anything.
if you want to respect the one of Snowman Eater.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too bothered about the snowman eater. Okay, this is a decent hand, I guess, depending on what he does.
Duality, Ryo duality. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what he picks. Actually, hopefully he picks a duality so I can summon my Ryo. Okay, nice. Then he has to deal with my Ryo. But he's probably gonna have like an okay, another Ryo,
Scenario.
I guess.
Not sure if you would
Hmm.
take the second duality with Ryo in hand. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what the rest of his hand is.
yeah, same. I think I'm just gonna summon Ryo set 2 pass, considering I have Mirror Force and I have Yeah, maybe I should have waited for a response there, but whatever. So now I can play Melody and okay. Hmm. I don't know it decides. Okay, this is good actually. Hmm. What I could do now, like go for the hero play, just summon Kushano and go for Black Rose. But he could have, like, if I kill his Ryu first with the lance, but that's very risky. So I think I'm just gonna set one and pass. Because I know he has a duality, so at least one card is dead here. Okay, he's gonna attack.
You want to go into the damage step, by the way. Damage card.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't use
yeah.
legacy
I
damage
made
card.
this.
I don't. He's not going to shock you for
Yeah,
that, but
yeah. But I realized I should.
just, just as a heads up,
Yeah, that's
for
true.
future events.
Yeah. Okay, so he had a lot of riots. No wonder he picked the pod instead.
Okay,
Okay,
I can see
not
that.
not yeah. Now I'm actually in a much better position, I think. But I still want to play it kind of safe, considering he might attack if I set my Raikou, and then I can start clearing up the board like quite easily. Considering I have a Ryo, he has a pod, so he's probably gonna try to attack with both. Like, and if he attacks my Raikou, I can just pop it. Yeah.
Seeing a skilled rain getting flipped.
Yeah. And actually, in this case, hmm, I'm considering. No, I'm just gonna get rid of his Ryo, actually. I'm in such. Okay, I even got a Kushana now in Grave. That's even better. Because what I could go for now is like a pretty risky play, I guess. Just summon Kushano and attack with both and start pushing with damage. Because I still have the Mirror Force and I'm gonna force into play, but I think I'm just gonna save it and attack.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you triggered his turf card.
Oh no! And then I think I'm just gonna reborn Ryo.
Wait out the solemn warning.
I'm gonna take his Ryo in case he's excited DD Crow against me. Because he's not gonna have Call of the Haunted here.
May Yeah, that could be a possibility. When you look at Tangomania 2 finals.
Oh yeah, okay,
Uh,
fair enough. Maybe, but I think it's more reasonable that he has DD Crow than
I
Call
think
of the Haunted.
I think Jane Yugi played around Call in that final against Himne and then got punished by Diddy Crow.
Okay. This is interesting because I can't game here, so I think I'm just gonna attack, and then next turn I can have a Storming game. Now it's like he's gonna get low enough for Wyvern. There's no reason to just overextend my resources, I guess. Even though I wanna like summon cards and attack and everything. But against heroes, like most of the time, like he's not gonna play scores, so and then just summon the Kushano. He could have Baylor, I guess. So it has like basically maximum attack. What if it turns around now? Maybe I should have. Yeah, I guess I got rid of the Ryos and we can play all the cards.
True.
Uh, I think like even if he had like one hit point left for sure, like I have Catsith, I have Puppet Plant, and I have Sangan, so it's gonna be hard for him to just like actually deal with this field unless he's gonna give his own card 999. I guess that's fair.
Oh, he doesn't.
No. Okay, he has Super Poly for sure. So I'm just gonna summon my Zork. Oh, I didn't have.
Oh, illegally summoning. Okay, now this game's getting becoming
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
mess.
I just assumed since I
Yeah,
built for what right. I mean,
yeah. I need you one last turn.
yeah, yeah. So it's not like at least I can show off like what this dick can
Yeah,
do a bit.
yeah,
Oh, he
true.
didn't have Super Poly. I just assumed he had. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna attack into the deep prison. I still have the Zork and the Purple Plan and everything.
GG. That that was an interesting match. Do you think this deck is good against heroes?
Yeah, I think like when I talk about Catsif, I usually like think my better matchups are stun decks like heroes, TGs, like everything.
Yeah. Thanks a lot,
And
Voldemort, by the way, for
yeah,
joining
yeah,
us.
thanks for playing. And like Catsif doesn't really have any like bad matchups, but it doesn't have any like really good matchups either. So I would say it's like 55% advantage against the stun decks and then 45 against like agents and other swarm decks. Because the only reason this deck loses, like except for drawing bad or like getting outplayed or whatever, is usually that the opponent just out tempos you. And as you can see here, like my opponent can't really out tempo me because I have a lot of traps, I have a lot of like cards I can summon and just stall with, and then I wait until I have an advantage, and then I keep pushing, I guess. So I would say that the better matchups are heroes, TGs. Scraps is a very, very good matchup with PvPB against Scrap Dragon. It's kind of hard for them to deal with it.
Don't do that to
And
me.
yeah, yeah. That's why I rate Scrap so low. Maybe it's too low because when I face Scraps, it's, yeah, it's a slaughter usually. But heroes have a lot of like good cards, so it could be like if you like with Super Poly. Super Poly is just such a broken card that you can always like do weird stuff with it. But yeah, I wanna shout out Psychon for like helping me evolve this deck into the direction it went for. He was the person who started like talking about Dark Bug instead of Lockcat, and then I kept going into the chaos more and more. And I've been testing a lot with him, so he basically helped me make the deck what it is.
Yeah, it's a great invention you guys had. So I'm happy for Chaos succeeding in any shape or form. I think that's one of the coolest aspects of this format that you can play so many different Chaos variants. So yeah, I think that was a really cool match, especially for other reasons as well. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was a really good showcase, especially seeing you perform against heroes. So, would against you lost against Psychon in top four?
Yeah, and I misplayed so hard. Like the last play, I have Envoy at the beginning, and then I have Sangan and Livier that I take back Sangan with, and he has 2,800 life. And for some reason, I place the Sangan and Livier in defense and attack with Envoy into Mirror Force, and then I can't deal with his Leviathan. So it was unfortunate skill issue from my part. So I'm just gonna get better and keep playing, I guess.
It
I
happens.
prefer like losing when I make the mistakes because I don't feel like I have reached my limit with the deck yet. So I'm just gonna keep pushing. Like for example, I didn't even realize like the Hero Blast interaction because I haven't faced that many like situations where stuff like this happens. I guess I usually don't
Yeah,
summon Unicorn that often.
yeah, it's a weird interaction, that's for sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
Janky, thanks for joining me for this today's episode. It was a blast, and hope we see you around in the next couple of tournaments again.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
All right, that was it for the September 2011 deck showcase. If you liked the video, like, share, and subscribe. Uh, also, also check out the Tango Plant Town Discord and TCG Rewind. We're going to have the next invitational or the next Worlds Qualifier tournament on this server on November 11. Um, also, there will be another Tankomania Store Championship in Germany. Uh, so stay tuned for that. If you are from that region, it's going to take place in Fritzlar. Um, I'm hyped for that as well. I always love some nice Tango and paper. I will of course be present as the player again. Uh, until then, see you for the next couple of events, and goodbye.